Alright, so I put a whole bunch of things in the description, but I'm gonna tell like just go ahead, thug that Let me check my little level. So let me check my level. Hold on, let me grab this little ultimate. Let me get this ultimate. Put some. I'm gonna feed on some. Yeah. Till you make it. Gotta get it out. Alright, that's cool. Oh, blankets. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this other one. It's a little more heavier. To help with the anxiety. So, a good blanket gonna feel like a hug that you needed back then, man. You might need that joint right now. That's my word. Alright, man, so I'm read this joint working on broadcast. You talking about a broadcast like this broadcast. With a broadcast like how you come across the others. In this sense, it would be the opposite sex. We read it from Sextrology. I guess background. I've had this book for a long time. So long, in fact, it's in two different halves. Like I can't show you. It's split and it stops. The first half stops at Leo woman. The second half begins at Leo woman. So Starsky and Cox, man, they really have incredible. Like they got a nice way of writing. Now I was in the Western system. I really wasn't. I ain't know. I'm just trying to learn the stars and stuff like that. But I'm sidereal. I go out. Okay, you feel me? Quarter moon and Taurus, depending on where it's at. It's gonna be in Aquarius or Leo if it's first quarter or third quarter. So, you go out and look at it. You gotta make sense of it all. Gotta observe. The true magician or scientist or whatever, the practitioner gonna practice. They gotta observe and try. I can't just read, right? But they really. Their understanding the archetypes is what really make this book kind of a pivotal book in my mind. Their understanding the archetypes and their use of the language, chilling. You dig what I'm saying? So doing, trying to figure out my own broadcast is like you begin to pick up on other energies and stuff like that. And when you pick up on them, my spleen was like, man, just go ahead and read that junk. I wasn't thinking about that book, but so I'm gonna read this chapter. I'm reading this Pisces woman. The sign of sexual asylum. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I need some music for my brain, for my dopamine. Sign of sexual asylum. So Pisces woman is the dream. Though she is the last lady in the zodiac, Pisces is astrology's undisputed prima donna. The proverbial every woman. She is the culmination. I wonder how fast I can read this, man. About 40 minutes. I'm gonna cut it off. She is the culmination and an often chilling compilation of all the other women who come before her on the wheel. A walking, talking paradox, all virtue and all vice wrapped up in one deceivingly demure package. She is at once victimized by and victorious over life, an empath of the first order. Pisces personalizes experience to such a degree that she is incapable of separating her emotions, even from the most removed circumstance. She is drama personified, making a fuss over her every feeling and impression. Existence is a loaded of fearful Pisces woman, overwhelming to her impressionable, high-strung nature. Then again, she will seem tough as nails, a true survivor who grows through even the most negative of experiences. And truth be told, Pisces has more than her fair share of hard knocks. That right there, that line sound like a Tar Potter. That's Saturn star inside Pisces. Still, she is a cultivated creature. And regardless, Clarissa Shields is Uttar Bhadrapada Pisces sun, I believe. And regardless of the conditions of her upbringing, there will always be some decidedly high-hat to her countenance. She craves solitude, yet her escapist instincts ironically requires others to do her bidding. Thusly, she maintains a necessary connection to the world. And that sounds like the elusive Ravati Nikshatra right there. I met a double Ravati Sun Moon, just they couldn't stand being perceived, as she said, right? Though in her youth she is attracted to sensitive callow fellows who are even more fragile than she, Pisces will eventually settle down with an assiduous man who will treat her like a princess, providing emotional sanctuary and proper planning. I ain't gonna hold you. I went to public school, so I have to look up what assiduous means. Let's see. Showing great care and perseverance. Opposite the Pisces is Virgo. Virgo is very careful. Virgo adapts and interacts through details, ways to improve and stuff like that. You feel me? Virgo is a sign about improvements, 6th house, improvements or suffering, obstacles. So you get over obstacles, so it ain't no waiting, like, oh man, you know, like you gotta keep pushing forward what you did. With other women, she is at once acutely submissive and withholding of her affections, inspiring a partner to constantly please and appease her. So sign and man. From the perspective of astrological evolution, one could easily begin this book now with a chapter on Aries man, but one on Pisces woman. The sign represents the Alpha and Omega, whereas Aries guy embodies the energy of birth. His sign being associated with the age group 0 from 7. My bad, I probably should be on the jump. But I clean that up. The Pisces woman embodies the zodiacal age group of 77 to 84. That's like Uranus and Neptune kind of age, right? But it's also Saturn in the natural dasha, which represent the advent of death, Saturn. She is rather likened to the primordial soup from which life springs, whether individually in the womb or on a universal scale, the teething slime from whence the first organism slithered. Rather likened to the primordial soup. Pisces is the only mutable dual water sign in the zodiac, thus pointing to, amongst other interpretations, the concept of a quintessential sea of change. Jupiter home sign and K2's, we could say like K2 is co-lord of that sign, right? All dual signs got co-lords, and the co-lords is Rahu and K2, right? K2 would represent the churning of the ocean, the things that stirred up in all the jewels and like poisons and jewels, gems, treasures that got stirred up in the ocean. So yeah, fittingly, planet Neptune, named for the Roman god of the sea, Greek it's Poseidon, primarily presides over Pisces. You see how they do that language? Primarily presides over Pisces. It's Poseidon. You know what I'm saying? While planet Jupiter is considered the sign's secondary ruler. So in Vedic Sidereal, we would say Jupiter is the main ruler, and then K2 is like the co-lord of it. It's like Neptune, Uranus is beyond the scope of Saturn, but you gotta go past Saturn, but Saturn represents depth, so you go to them planets after you die. You know, solar castration, you gotta kind of purify your ego and stuff, get rid of your prejudices, and you'll be able to understand those trends and like universal, long generational trends, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's like in the material world, you got material matters to tend to, so how can you tend to those? It's cute though. The trident glyph of Neptune, and you're gonna need like a telescope to see them out, so you need actual assistance. You feel me? Where it's like you can see Saturn and the other planets with your naked eye. You can get to those karmas currently. With those other karmas, you will need assistance. Like, nigga, you will have to actually travel outside of this sphere. But that's just like kind of like. The trident glyph of Neptune is the illustration of a holy trinity of sorts. Which in the case of Pisces woman reflects the manifestation of the triple goddess. Ancient female deities traditionally took triple form, and whereas all the female signs that precede Pisces on the wheel generally draw on one or sometimes two specific aspects of any given goddess archetype, Pisces metaphorically derives her persona from the triplicate form of the goddess Virgin Mother and Crone all at once. Though watered down into the lovely Greek goddess of love who emerged from the sea foam on that infamous half shell, Pisces do drag their feet. They drag their feet like they just soaking wet and shit, like real live, like coming right up out the waters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? They walk around like that. I ain't going back. It's that foot drag. So like, if outside of a shower or something, running water, like to hear it come from a faucet, it drives me insane. When people drag their feet, it kind of drives me insane. Pisces is a sign about asylums. Triple goddess meaning that like they change form depending upon what a person kind of is reflecting within themselves. If we talking like lunar reflects like oneself. The sun also is a reflection. It does not have its own light. The sun is part of a binary system, so therefore it is a sun behind the sun. And if you're a binary system, there's a sun behind that one also, because what do that revolve around? Has to be a cosmic axis, my nigga. We gotta get a supreme as due. Everything will always go back to the supreme. The sun is beauty. It's the Lord of hosts in a way too, but it's more thousand part of the unmanifest. Oh, let me get back, my nigga. Though watered down into the lovely Greek goddess of love who emerged from the sea foam on that infamous half shell, parentless or fathered by Uranus, whose semen fertilized the waters upon his castration, Aphrodite, Roman Venus, was originally the great goddess or sea mother, recognized in triple manifest, who ruled birth, life, and death, as well as the province of love. She is also called Mari, who took the form of a giant fish, and is thus synonymous with the Christian Mary, meaning sea, who appears in triplicate at, for instance, the death and burial of Christ, borrowing from this weighty, oh my bad, I ain't been pausing on those periods. Borrowing from this weighty archetype, Pisces' status as the zodiac's every woman should not be taken lightly. She is at once as beautific as Madonna, worldly wise as the Magdalene, and mysterious as that other Mary who unpredictably pops in and out of the biblical lore. It's like when we're talking about, so 12th house is like, 12th house is like space. It's liberation. So it's all the things that's not concerned with material life. So you get the spiritual sky far supersedes what we bear witness to in the material. That's why I was talking about like Neptune and all that. Like we still have to step out of our own perceptions and prejudices and whatever models we in, just to really understand their influence and stuff like that. But even then, that's but a fraction of what is the spiritual sky. So Aditi gives birth to Vishnu, and Vishnu, or Aditi is, from Aditi we get Vishnu, from Vishnu we get Aditi. Like the supreme and space come in and out of each other. The cosmic waters of noon, but just the waters, my nigga. The waves. You not, if you don't observe the waves, it's so much things going on, and then now it just expand. Okay, now it's observing, but it still has to have space. So it's like even the DT still got to come out of Vishnu. It's like, man, some things I really feel like nigga just let that shit go, my nigga. Like you let God be God, my nigga. Everybody be there, you trying to figure God out. We be laughing. We be like, stop it. That tickles. It's like a blood cell telling you, I know who you are. Yeah. Alright, so the actual manifestation of Pisces' archetypal legacy is practically palpable. I love that. First of all, as anyone familiar with the fish lady will readily admit, she is no easy personality to pin down. No Bap. I be so confused. It's like the mixed signals, you feel me? Mercury debilitates in Pisces. He exalts in Virgo. He kind of like falls in Pisces. So it's like Mercury is a path worker here, and a messenger, a courier trying to get they jump to you in the shortest amount of time. So they looking for a clear path anytime and all the time. And a mixed signal mean like, nah, I gotta go. So if I pulled up on a nigga, it was like I'm trying to get back to my spot. I got a destination and I know my path that boom, my hippocampus, Mercury got wings on his head. Mercury has wings on his feet too, but the wings represent the hippocampus organ. In the human brain, the hippocampus organ is our GPS system and shit like that. Our GPS system gonna tell us, all right, look, you make a left here without actually putting that jump in. You map it out in your mind. And then our hippocampus it's probably linked to the neurons. It's gotta be linked to the neurons, my nigga. Mercury and Moon is mind. Mind is the neurons in the brain and all of that, right? So your hippocampus is how you maneuver, how you get around, how you adapt to the environment and stuff like that, and also how you communicate, your avenues to communicate. You can't say you might say some hellos work better than other hellos. Highs might work, people be like, hey, it's for horses, so you might not say hey too much unless it leads to a particular path. It leads you down a particular path. You watch what you say because it might lead you down a particular path. You watch what you listen to, they might be leading you down a particular path. There's some good ism in this joint. I'm telling you, man, God given. I probably put this joint on repeat on me. So you're looking for a clear path oftentimes, but mixed signals you just turn. So if I was coming down the street, no bad. I was coming down the street earlier today. He just parked. They ain't even got moved over a little bit for a nigga to kind of, just wiggle by, and they in the middle of the jump. I'm like, oh man, your Mercury, your hippocampus be like, well, if you go in reverse and turn down that street, you can get around this little obstacle. But if you wait, you'll also you'll get Mercury is Virgo. Virgo is the spleen. Spleen is intuitive and instinctual. So you'll be knowing like your spleen to go on, but it's real subtle and only speak once. Alright, I went somewhere else. Pardon me. She is at turn warm, aloof, accessible, untouchable, dignified, petty, righteous, unscrupulous. She can be an emotional rock 1 second and seemingly ready to snap the next. She is the best of friends and a backstabbing bitch. And as her yin yang opposite facing fish glyph. Damn, bro, language so beautiful. And as her yin yang opposite facing fish glyph suggests, she is opposites fused into an irrepressible singularity. Curiously, like life. Indeed, Pisces is a living testament to their being good and bad in everything and everyone. Such opposites being inextricably linked. Life and everybody living it. She reminds us, expresses this same paradox. She may be thus equally lovable and despicable, just as any respectable diva, lovable or despicable, respectable diva should be. I fuck with these niggas, man. They really put that in there, man. Like a mermaid or siren singing her mesmerizing song, which sees those drawn to it dashed upon the rocks or drown. Pisces woman is the most enticing and enchanting of creatures, but she can be incredibly difficult, if not dangerous, to navigate. Indeed, Neptune represents the principle of dissolution and the world of illusions, enchantment, imagery, and life lived on the metaphoric imaginary plane. Neptune's symbol is a trident. Tridents, like that's growth and development, but that's Shiva. Shiva is about dissolution. Shiva, motherfucking destroy your ass if you got too much lust up in you and stuff like that. So, like, your extremes, maybe she be extreme, or the mutable natures is just like real changeable, trying to test other people's extremes. Can you dig? The 12th astrological house under Neptune's rule is likewise that of, amongst other attributes, sustained subjectivity, which connotes a sort of dream state, ongoing trance, or delusion. Welcome to Pisces woman's world. Water represents the emotions and impressions, as well as love and a feminine source of divinity. And our mutable fish woman is a swirling mass of subjective notions and contemplative imaginings. On one level, she can be rather self-delusional, fancying truths about herself. Some might call it lying, albeit so convincingly that she can't help but believe them herself. In fact, each time the Pisces recounts the same tale, and she does repeat herself, the plot invariably thickens, the tension builds, and her role in the drama becomes that much more exaggerated and exalted. I can see that. Like stirring the pot and then be like, because it's Venus exalts in this sign, but Venus in Pisces is like Helen of Troy. Venus really is in an enemy sign, but Venus comfy as shit behind enemy lines. Like, oh, I'm in the motherfucker. I'm in the tie where they try to get me, or they try to prove something. Yes, you feel me? As well, she approaches her relationship with the world. Let me get some music. My fucking anxiety started going crazy, my nigga. I felt like I wasn't alone. Shit, my nigga. As well, she approaches her relationship with the world from an inside-out perspective. By trusting in her own insights, rather than any hard and fast external facts to corroborate or disprove these views, she exercises this metaphoric muscle more than most people, which is why the sign often boasts psychics among its ranks. To the Piscean female mind, practice in extrasensory perception makes perfect. Those intimately associated with the fish will forever applaud or poo-poo her ability to search and extract the contents of a person's psyche. Oh, you know what motherfucker thinking, shawty? Indeed, she does so soul to soul, keying into one's spiritual conscience, reading that person's energy, infiltrating by tapping into and channeling others' still small voices. Her ability to recognize and speak to one's emotional or moral condition may be uncanny, as an encounter with the Pisces woman is often nothing short of cathartic. I've seen that. I've been witness to that. I work with Pisces moon, and it's like nigga a driver. And I put up a force field quick as a bitch in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I drive, so I might lead a jump, and then like all the fucking vampires, they start getting hungry and all that shit, and it kind of be a little pandemonious. So it just be pandemonium, and then like I come back in that jump, and I like to observe. I really like to observe. Cause like you motherfuckers ain't gonna get me. I don't feed vampires. You're not getting my blood. You know what I'm saying? But I observe and then be like, damn, like a fairy, motherfucker kind of glide around, drag a little feet around, like a fairy, like Tinkerbell, and then just shit just be cool by cool, like motherfuckers. It's like, so cathartic. It's like, damn, let me get that. That was nice. So there is, of course, a downside to being so, impressionable. For one, Pisces can be a real follower, especially in her youth. Let me see something on there. God damn, that's loud as hell, wasn't it? So Pisces can be a real follower, especially in her youth. She is easily swayed by the opinions and demands of others. The zodiacs. Every woman is engineered to put on as many faces as people she meets, feeling a certain amount of expectation from each encounter. She wants to be loved universally. So, should someone so much as look at her sideways, the sensitive Pisces can easily dissolve into tears. In an effort to feel sociable, she may not be a pillar of strength when faced with the opportunity to partake of substances, in particular alcohol or drugs, which contribute to her signature desire to live to some degree in oblivion. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me the fuck alone. Or oblivion, like, I don't remember shit. Oblivion, like, if you get drunk, but you make it home, in the sense that all you gotta get past is these steps. Once you get over the steps, you don't remember shit. And that's what oblivion is. Once you get up them steps, wherever you land is where you land. You pass out, you don't care. Said, in K2 sign of Pisces, K2 is a flag, nigga. A flag of like where you been. A flag to show like, hey, tiny chain, but a flag to show like, hey, I have arrived. I was there. I made it. So Neptune's dissolution is a concept akin to the sign's association with the advent of death. The proverbial return to the primordial soup from whence one came, as befits. Oh, man. Oh, I see it. We cool. What's my time? 30 minutes? Shit, I do a full moon report longer than that, so. Pisces female often feels a deep need to dissolve. She avoids the spotlight in her pursuits, forever bent upon preserving total anonymity. As a naturally excitable type, she may... Hold on, my nigga. Back up. Done. a naturally excitable type. She may learn early on that a quick snort or two will steady her nerves. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, man. You know what I'm saying? That's oblivion. I say all you gotta do is just get up them steps. Indeed, Pisces' association with the 12th house, that link not only with withdrawal from reality, but also emotional blocks, will see the fish dropping herself into the drink more readily than most. The irony here is that, physiologically, Pisces may be unable to tolerate even the slightest substance abuse. As the zodiac's daughter of befuddling like Neptune, she is more susceptible than many to influences of this sort. Those who pursue paths towards some brand of enlightenment often speak of increasing danger of introducing artificial properties into their bodies as they achieve higher and higher levels of spiritual realization. Pisces woman is born with that sort of advanced spiritual openness, one that seems to leave her that much more vulnerable to deep intoxication and even psychic, if not psychotic episodes as a result of such usage. Not that this will easily stop the fish lady from trying to get lost, because oblivion. However, the profound rock bottom Pisces inevitably hits will give rise to a wholehearted new lease on life. Invariably, the recovered Pisces becomes a champion for spiritual wellness. Until then, however, she is generally in the business of medicating her soul, one way or another, attempting to evade the darker recesses of her subconscious mind that threaten to undo her. 12th house about undoing oneself. It's like, nigga, I'm trying to let go. Man. This shit up off me, man. 12th house is Achilles' heels, you know what I'm saying? So if you know your Achilles' heel, you get struck in that motherfucker, you be like, it's time to go. That nigga was in the air. They had turbulence for about 40 minutes. That nigga was like, man, I ain't even tripping so long as this shit quick. I like, yeah, man, just as fast as the nigga came in and don't let that shit be over with. Don't be trying to prolong everything, man. I was hurt when I read that about the great warrior Bishma. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm fucking kind of tearing up right now thinking about that shit, man. Struck by a bed of arrows, still living for like 50 some odd days longer. Like, damn, my nigga, you ain't even touched the ground. The arrows has fucking pierced your body. The countless arrows. Or maybe it was like 50 some arrows, and he lived on to, give his younger cousins the game. See what I'm saying, bro? Share the game, man. My bad, y'all. I went somewhere else. I do that. I really like this song, you know what I'm saying? Secondhand Smoke. That's my dog, man. As early as she can remember, Pisces woman is haunted by her past. Though she will undoubtedly love her mother, she views her as somewhat of an albatross. Typically, what the fuck does that mean? An albatross is a bird that live in the air. Like, that don't rarely come down to land. It land, make babies, then it's just, you feel me? Always on the go, always on the sea, right above the seas, just above water and shit like that. Y'all really got some very nice language. Like, even if I don't know what the fuck you mean, I know what you mean. And then the albatross, if y'all, I play golf. I grew up playing golf. I ain't going back. Keebler used to dress a nigga jive like a old preppy as shit, man. So I was playing golf, right? And the albatross in golf, you get like a hole in one. And the albatross is what, like 3 under par? Yeah, albatross is 3 under par. You catch an albatross, it's like, motherfucker, that ball just was floating. It was in the air. It never landed. And then it landed for 1 second, and then, you know what I'm saying, we went right in the green. Good game is green, man. Good game is green. You can get some green. Good game don't prey on the green. I don't fuck with that shit, my nigga. You feel me? I'm not a cheater. Typically, her mother is a pragmatist who is plagued by pessimism. Just above water, albatross float, but it ride off the currents of the water and the waves, but then it just whatever little airflow is there. You dig what I'm saying? They might just have to follow that jump, because if it don't, it's gonna use too much energy trying to fucking fly against that strong ass current. There's no land masses out there. You feel me? Plagued by pessimism, if not crippling doubts and fears. Pisces becomes her emotional anchor. Damn, baby. Her father, by contrast, is a carefree individualist who feels unbeholden to family life. Damn, I know. Hey, my mother a Pisces son, no bad. And her father was an Aries son. A rugged individualist. You know what I'm saying? That's a double cardinal, I think that man was. You feel me? Who feels unbeholden to family life. He is sensitive, possessing the soul of the poet, but marriage doesn't much agree with him. He may be a reckless or hapless character. Yeah. I might have to pour some liquor out for my grandfather. We got. Whereas her siblings might use any laissez-faire family dynamic to overindulge their own independence, if not express abandon or rebellion. Damn, bro, y'all really know some shit, man. Pisces plays the goody-goody dutiful daughter to the hilt. She represses her need for autonomy, exchanging personal will for a certain martyrdom that comes from being old reliable. Herein the seeds of resentment are sown. As a nod to her sign's association with sanctuary. Can you still see me if I go this way? I'll play my shit, man. Solid. Alright, put that out. Oh yeah, and then Mercury has a star in Pisces, and Ravati, Mercury's deep karma, and like his sinful karma is resentment and envy and shit like that, like motherfucking like, and you know, when I lost that book, oh my gosh, I lost that book. Good game in that jump. But we had done a little like real quick study on I guess they were saying like serial killer women or women that had done like just killed more than once and stuff like that. And a lot of them had K2 Nakshatra, Moon, Mercury Nakshatra, Moon. You dig what I'm saying? There was some Venus in there, some Bharani, I believe. There's a lady look like my man Teo. I was like, oh yeah. But yeah, Mercury deep karmas is like resentment, because Mercury got like, it was some things happening in Mercury's childhood that he was like, man, I'm not getting over that, bro. You were supposed to just like be my caretaker, dog. Like, what the fuck, man? So it could also be some type of arrested development there. Mercury is about youth, younger people and shit. So it's like, nah, y'all not gonna take that away from me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be like, you watch them walk around and be like, oh, you was like a fairy, no bat. They drag their feet. I don't care. You feel me? Time don't exist to them. You might catch them one year they aging, it's like, damn, what the fuck you are? And then the next motherfucking day, it's like, damn, this motherfucker, what the fuck, nigga, you shiny as hell. You know what I'm saying? So let me focus a little, guy. As a nod to her sign's association with sanctuary, Pisces leads a fairly sheltered existence by her own design. To peers, she is the proverbial pris or prude, one who prefers to stay attached to her mother's apron strings, eking out whatever attention she might from her lovably untenable father, rather than focusing on the pursuit of a social life. What the fuck does untenable mean? I know a tenant is a motherfucker that stay in something, so it's like housing. But if you untenable, it's like, man, he ain't never in the house, right? Okay, untenable. Okay, yeah, see what I'm saying? Untenable, especially of a position of view, not able to be maintained or defended against attack or objection. So it's like you can't tell a motherfucker nothing. You can't tell someone that is untenable anything. They untenables. You don't even bother telling them anything, right? Lovably stubborn. Lovably avoidant. Like, oh, you're so far away from me. I love you so much more. It's hard to reach you. So that's a Saturn type. That's a Saturn type of person. Like Saturn type, you either hate them and you want them to get the hell away from me, get far away from me. Or they are far away from you and it's hard to reach them and shit like that. Because it's like, man, they closed off. They done been pushed away too much. So now it's like, you got it. I understand responsibility though. Like, hey, look. So rather than focusing on the pursuit of a social life, what she perceives as the best quality in her father is his soulful sensitivity. See what I'm saying? Saturn type. It's like Ebenezer Scrooge. It's like, but the spirit of God won't come to that nigga, and it's like, all right, you know what, I do God, let me go ahead and share this. You see what I'm saying? What she perceives as the best quality in her father is soulful sensitivity. Indeed, his vulnerability. And it is that very ingredient she looks for first in a boy. She mixes with other meek types like herself and is generally attracted to namby-pamby males whose eventual sexual identities may be dubious. Oh my God, fucking with them alias boys, man. You know what I'm saying? Freaky nigga, freaky shooter. Alexa, turn the living room light white. Hold on, what do you mean okay? Alexa, turn the living room light white, please. Thank you, baby. I'm saying, nah, run that back, man. You gotta run that back, man. Pisces is the most patently. What the fuck is patently mean? Patent like a patent that you, like some unique shit that you put together. She looks for a first in the book. Patently unrealistic of individuals when it comes to, oh, that's one of them. Oh, these niggas, that's that language, because it's unrealistic, but it's got a patent, so that means it's actually, it's practical, it's tangible, but unrealistic. Tangibly unrealistic of individuals when it comes to life and love, as is blatantly evident in the so-called romantic relationships of her youth. Still, being so sheltered, fuck. Oh, that's that Term. I seen that Joe in this. I was like, what the fuck? Alright, my bad. Focus. Still being so sheltered. Pisces girl is rather squeamish about the opposite sex at this tender age. A sentiment that is only exacerbated by the early run-ins with at least some vague form of molestation she generally encounters. That's that Mercury shit. It's like, motherfucker, you was supposed to take care of me, dog. You put me in the hands of these motherfuckers and you motherfucker, oh man, these motherfuckers mistreated me and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, perhaps as a nod to Pisces' association with the 12th house concerns of hidden dangers and secret enemies. You know what I'm saying? The curtain fish girl seems so unwitting that she unfortunately finds herself falling prey in some way to lecherous types. Even the subtlest encounter may send Pisces reeling. Still, nah, no bat, same motherfucking, same fur you might see, motherfucker. It be like, oh, you about to kill that person. Be like, nah, I be chilling. Sure. But it's K2. K2 ain't got a head, my nigga. K2 don't got a head. That mean it can go down. K2 is explosive of the nature of Mars. I'm saying K2 is a co-lord of Pisces. K2 got the nature of Mars, but he's also surgical and explosive. And it's like a snake. A snake real defensive. It's like you might do something that a snake perceive as being dangerous or putting them at risk. And you know, all right, I'm gonna squeeze the life out of you. K2 was born in the Splenic nakshatra. Like, yeah, the power to inflict poison and destroy the victim. Yeah, got your ass. What they do? It was a Pisces moon woman or a body woman. I don't know if she was Pisces moon and sun or just sun or moon. Yeah, she would poison her husbands. They, you know, she might have unfortunately found herself falling prey to some lecherous types, and was like, oh no, I'm gonna poison this nigga. Nah, I got you. It's a karmic sign too. So karmic stars, if you ask me, karmic stars because it's Mercury and K2, so it's early childhood things going on, but it's also past. K2 looks backwards. So it's always just things of the past. You think you're meeting somebody new, it's only new in this life. That's somebody from the past. Y'all got like little debts or obligations or, you know, some certain like little karmic actions that y'all got to finish up. You feel me? Or continue, whatever. Gadanta is a knot. You want to untie a knot or you want to tangle it up more. It's your choice. You feel me? Some think this shit is super duper fatalistic. I really don't know. I am but a man. You feel me? And I ain't even saying like a human, that human experience. I'm talking about like the ordination, my nigga. So, secret enemy falling party to. Even the subtlest encounter may send Pisces reeling. Still, as is her nature, she will completely repress the incident, unconsciously rendering herself that much more skittish and susceptible to emotional fragility. Not only will this be the root cause of a need to anesthetize her secret suffering in some way and give rise to the subjective sustainment of a fabricated reality. The fish's intricate woven net of casual lies is designed to protect her from painful truths. It also determines her tasteful males she feels might be harmless. All through her teenage years and into her 20s, she will take up with guys who are all but noticeably lacking in the requisite testosterone to fuel their pouncing on our supposedly prissy Pisces. On one hand, she wants it this way. She cannot abide the harsh hormonal reality of a male's pressing hard on to have her. She prefers to live in the sanitized dream of what sex should be, just as she seeks to obliterate all other brutal realities in life, which she mostly avoids by sticking close to the safety and seclusion of her home. First, that of her parents, and then her enchanted own. All through her teenage years. I'm trying to think of. I don't know. I feel like that's the case for a lot of young girls. It just be guys that don't know what they doing. Like, truth be told, like what they say earlier, like that nigga gay. And I'm sorry that happened to you, baby. You know, if that's the case, that really could be the case for so many of y'all. But y'all knew that nigga was a little strange, that you yourself wasn't sure. You feel me? And like attract like. So if you uncertain, then you gonna kind of, you know, your portion shall be uncertainty. One is reminded of Sally Bowles in John Van Druten's play I Am a Camera, the story upon which the musical Cabaret is based. A character with a tad of an electric complex, like our Pisces, who thus invents for herself an entire personalized reality via the enchantment of her own imagination, a role incidentally immortalized on screen by the very fishy Liza Minnelli. As in the case of Sally Bowles, we see tragedy and exaltation cohabiting. In the character of the Pisces female, for whom life really should be a cabaret. Let me look up Sally Bowles real quick, my nigga. She's a fictional character, so let me look up Liza Minnelli. Born March 12, 1946. She might still be on Aquarius now, but heard about it by the 1946. March 12th, my nigga. Yeah, it might have Moon and Cancer when I was to. I don't know. She got Rahu as soul planet, or does she got like Moon and shit? I don't know. This is a smoothie ass picture of her on the Wikipedia. I ain't gonna back. She might be Rahu. All right. So, Pisces female for whom life really should be a cabaret. What's a cabaret? It's like a kind of play, you know. I don't know what they be having, but it be a nice show, man. Late night content. Real sultry affair, real sexy type of classy. Not sexy, but classy. So, very attractive affair. Indeed, what the Pisces woman teaches us by example is that existence is exactly what one imagines it to be. Something that lends more loaded meaning to her sign's motto, I believe. I'm trying to work on, I was told I mumble. Unlike Pisces, man, female Pisces isn't content to dream all on her own. Rather, she expects others to buy into the enchantment she creates for herself, such that all those who populate her life succumb to the mass hallucination that she is what she imagines herself to be. Furthermore, Pisces urges others to be all that they might wildly imagine themselves to be. In view of her motto, she believes in others' dreams, inspiring them as a muse, coming to reflect the utter conviction that one's fantasies are capable of coming true via the strength of belief alone. After all, despite what could be perceived as self-delusion, the Pisces woman literally thinks who the hell she is. Admittedly, being the zodiacal embodiment of the primordial suit, Pisces is predestined to imagine any and all potentialities as might emerge from her fertile power of fantasy. Thus, she is the most fabulous female on the astrological block in every sense of the word, from the marvelous to the made up. Being a child of Neptune, planet of the wondrous, even the miraculous, Pisces is a conduit for such energy as is represented by her ruling planet. Little wonder that the Virgin Mary is her biblical archetype. The whole notion of the womb as a miraculous environment, the seat of quintessentially mutable waters, isn't lost on the symbology of the sign of Pisces. In Greek, the word for womb and fish is the same, Delphi or Delphi. And the fish, the mutable water woman, is herself likened to a womb, just as in perfect paradox. She represents a tomb. Okay, just as in perfect paradox, she represents a tomb. Likened to one represents a tomb. Both environments denote in a 12th house sense of isolation and oblivion. Okay. And in between dream state, hovering amidst the ultimate opposites of life and death. Gray areas and shit like that. The ultimate opposites of life and death. The consummate interpretation of the signs opposite facing fish. In brass tacks, being the alpha and omega, translation to the Piscean females fancying herself the be-all, end-all of womankind. Despite her meek and meager emotional beginnings, the sometimes phenomenal myth Pisces creates about herself seeps into her very soul. Eventually, she owns the outside persona of her own creating. Would that we were all such believers in ourselves, whether our legacy was based in fact or fiction. Two more interpretations of the opposite facing fish that fuse into one singular reality in the Piscean female mind. Fabulous is as fabulous does, and our fishy female is the most over-the-top dame to spin around the astrological wheel. As a nod to her size association with death and dissolution, it's as if she approaches life with a built-in hindsight akin to the old Lamet, if I had to live all over again, making such amends automatically as she goes. She has the confidence even of her most dubious convictions. Or is it a total lack of self-esteem? To feel that she has nothing to lose by being as extraordinary a character as she can. Either way, her divadom is assured. As the personification of dissolution, Pisces inevitably surrenders to life, sacrificing her humility along with the strict responsibility she imposed on herself in the youth. She is completely unbeholden to others, just as she is more reliant upon people than any other individual in the zodiac. This is, after all, the mark of a true diva. Like Tennessee Williams' Blanche Dubois from his play A Streetcar Named Desire, the most startlingly clear portrayal of the Piscean female archetype in modern literature. The fish lady depends on the kindness of everybody, strangers included. How I lose my track. The whole of her life is one huge trust exercise whereby she lets herself free fall, fully believing there will always be outstretched arms to catch her. I'm at an hour in there reading. Let me take a sip of some water, my nigga. I won't roll up. I'm not gonna hold you. But I'm gonna try like finish it. I wanna see like endurance. A nigga Bundy talking about discipline and shit. And they got Moon and Capricorn. That's Moon and Capricorn is the instinct, right? Moon is instincts, natural instincts, where you come from, the fourth house. So like where you drive, like, you know, that's how you move around with motivation. So Moon and Capricorn is like being motivated by, or the instinct to initiate and create through strategy, structure, like building shit. Oh, I'm about to put some shit together, watch this shit, and then just you know, workhorses and shit, achievements. So, and that's ruled by Saturn. I'm talking about something else, yo. So body and soul. Fucking with this thing. Put that back, man. I do want to roll up, yo. Body and soul. Pisces woman causes a commotion without even knowing it. Though she fancies herself fairly demure and ladylike, she has the distinct ability to send those around her into a bit of a tailspin. So a tailspin is like, God damn, dude. You're saying like, dang. Like, or tailspin might not be like this crashing up. Nah, tailspin could hit something. You feel me? But tailspin really won't be like. All right, diggy job. I go about their day. The polite princess on first impression, she will, for instance, drive a waiter nuts asking for a new glass or utensils should they be even slightly spotted, insisting on knowing every ingredient and mode of preparation of items on the menu, never seeming quite satisfied with the answers, and ordering her food and drinks with substitutions, special directives, sending her meal back if it isn't just so. And yet, at that point, should her dish still not be to her liking, she'll slip into martyr mode, and she'll have one no, suffer through it on the grounds of not wanting to be a bother. Oh, okay, she'll slip into martyr mode and suffer through it on the grounds of not wanting to be a bother. But she gonna let it be known, like, I ain't trying to be a bother. Okay, that's what they mean too when they say a tailspin. It's like, all right, the waiter come and they put the joint on the table. All right, you guys enjoy your meal. And then she, he step off because he got to go to a table on the other side or some shit. And it's like, hold on, wait. Oh, can you get him? Because on the previous section that was sign in mind, it was like, I don't really need motherfuckers and shit, but kind of need you. Like, I ain't really trying to make a fuss about this, but I'm kind of fussing about this. That's fucking funny. Because that was a lot. Too late. Perfection, according to her subjective specifications, is something of a preoccupation for Pisces, and she is constantly put off by the searing lack of it in her life. Sometimes there is just no pleasing her. Like Blanche, Pisces expects enchantment in every moment, but this can't help but elude her in the generally harsh light of reality. As the zodiac's Aphrodite, forever emerging fresh from her seashell, Pisces woman's constant reliance on others continually sees her courting disappointment, if not personal disaster. But when it works, it does so like a charm. I mean, yeah, Aphrodite is Venus. Venus is the planet of potency, attraction, relations. In Ayurveda, Venus governs over lubrication. And Venus is Kapha and Vata. But it's lubrication, it's glue, nigga. But it's glue, but it's also like, nigga, the water, nigga, the wetness, nigga, the shit that y'all like keep shit moving smooth. Like, shit gonna move, but it's how we keep shit moving smooth, and how we keep certain things glued together. You dig what I'm saying? She is forever soliciting worshippers who find themselves hard-pressed to do right by her. She is clueless as to the turmoil little old Pisces is capable of causing, couched as she must generally be in the lap of luxury, though typically at someone else's expense. If any female stops short at a door, unapologetically waiting for it to be open, it is the fish. She truly is a muse, and as such, she must have the homage due her. In return, she grants those in her life the endless gift of inspiration. I can see that. They really are kind of inspiring and shit like that. You feel me? In a way, all you Mercury type motherfuckers has got this real like hypnotic but muse-like quality to it. Like, oh, you Mercury. Like, if it's a slave ship, it's digestive, if it's Ravati, but then also like Mercury soul planets too. If y'all not on that bullshit, man. But past that, like, but I think that's part of the inspiration. It's like motherfucking extreme. It's like yeah, you can be inspired. That's what the intellect do. The intellect finds the spiritualized, like higher intellect of Mercury. It's able to sift through the different patterns and waves that's in your mind and in your the waters of your mind. Silver Surfer, Mercury Silver Surfer, my nigga. So to be able to maneuver and go through them like a psychopath. Okay, Pisces moves as if in a dream. Her body language, so slow and meditative that even when undertaking arduous physical tasks, one might suspect she is continually popping volume. My bad, I ain't trying to mumble. One sure way to spot a Pisces woman is in the way she eats, cutting her food into manageable morsels, no bad. She chews each bite in numerous times, placing her fork back and forth, man, they eat slow, and her hands daintily in her lap, making barely a dent in her meal by the time others have finished. Now, they'll show you how I really enjoy your food. Venus types really gonna show you how I enjoy your fucking food, man. She is generally, because Barani, Venus, man, I be going off, but Barani is cooks. I think Barani go Critica, them types, and then Critica goes from Mars into Venus sign. So it's like, yeah, Venus types really, they show you how to cook something, man. They get you right, man. They can cook. But then I guess Venus influences a person that really knows and understands, like, oh yeah, the taste differences. You feel me? Man, Pisces women got tiny teeth and shit. Like, damn, their teeth ain't that big, my nigga. So they gotta take their time and shit. Oh, this book got me on some shit. Tiny teeth. Pisces women gotta take their time when they eat. Feel me? She is entirely graceful in her carriage, sitting and standing erect as if toting a proverbial invisible book on her head. Cute. For all her seeming composure, however, Pisces is inherently nervous. Her placid demeanor, necessarily cultivated over the years, in her attempt to keep it together. Sometimes even the simplest things can set her teeth on edge. I just talk about the teeth, my nigga. But they talking about like set your teeth on edge, like the Pisces. Oh my gosh, nigga. Like Pisces, or maybe if they don't show their teeth. That shit is funny, but they gotta look like one. But they say that sometimes the simplest things can set their teeth on edge. K2 is about instincts and intuitive and shit. So it's like they might catch a vibe and be like, it's a face, it's scrunched up. I got big ass teeth, so don't mind me, my nigga. Sometimes even the simplest things set their teeth on edge. Social gatherings in particular bear the essentially fragile fish to an element for which she's simply not engineered. The thought of having to be on makes the Pisces feel dangerously exposed, like Blanche held under an electric light, and she really isn't much interested in hearing tale of other people's lives, loved ones accepted. Though Pisces will have few female friends, she may flaunt a best gay male pal. She will also be surrounded by people who, in one way or particular, work for her, thus being paid to endure the peculiar Piscean prima donna. She prides herself on being a beneficent dictator, patting herself on the back for leaving a big tip or sending her housekeeper home with leftovers. While her regular waiter or cleaning lady mightn't realize is that they are just about all the extra familial human contact the Pisces has, isolation and oblivion. It becomes very clear in analyzing the fish lady that she not only relies on the kindness of strangers, but she often does so to the exclusion of others. When called to Alexa, can you turn the living room light lavender? Is that tough? Can I see for real? Yeah, I'm straight. My jams got slight 10. So, when called upon to be social at a party, say, the Pisces generally escapes into a corner, typically bending the ear of unsuspecting character. She is naturally drawn to what she perceives as disenfranchised types. Right? Alexa, turn the living room light brightness up to 85. Oh, that wasn't shit. Alexa, turn the living room light brightness up to 100%. She ain't fucking with me no more. I'm disenfranchised. So she is naturally drawn to what she perceives as disenfranchised types. Though her patronizing attitude will be wholly unconscious, she latches on to whomever in the room she assumes might feel out of place. The way she does. I'm just laughing at that like some shit, my bad. So if you see a somewhat dramatic looking creature with the elegantly eccentric gesticulations of an aging starlet, chatting up the only Eskimo, old lady, burn victim, albino, or midget in the room, it's a pretty safe bet to assume it's a Pisces woman. Well, she's a Pisces, my bad. The fish lady doesn't have so much a conversation or recount the stories as she does act them out. She literally channels experience as a means of communication, making hyperbolic sounds, taking large intakes of startled breath. That they do be sighing like that type. It's be like, "Aye. What you on? You stirring up?" Or otherwise pantomiming that which she that which she discussing. She doesn't so much look a person in the eyes as she does sort of inward, lost in the private reliving of even the most ordinary occurrence. Pisces' eyes are at once bulging, though slitted, as the result of heavy eyelids. Misted, clouded, and often drifting in different directions. When she drinks, the effect becomes that much more extreme. Even when beautiful, there is something decidedly froggy or fetal about the fish's appearance. When not particularly blessed with good looks, however, Pisces can end up looking somewhat like Edward G. Robinson in drag. Damn, they trying to spank y'all. Though again, this is typically, I don't know who Edward G. Robinson is, so I just was like, they trying to. Though again, this is typically not the case as suggested by a list of famous pointy-chin Pisces princesses, including the sweet-faced similar-looking likes of Elizabeth Taylor, Isabel Huppert, Charlotte Church, Thora Birch, Sid Charisse, Jennifer Jones, Claire Trevor, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Kristen Davis, Gloria Vanderbilt, Lee Radziwill, Paula Prentice, Jennifer O'Neill, Vanessa Williams, Sharon Stone, Tia Leone, Patsy Kensick, Nikki Taylor, Ursula Andrews, Kathy Ireland, Cindy Crawford. I feel like I know 2 out of that, maybe. I have to look up Vanessa Williams, but I ain't gonna do it. A lot of lovelies with more than their fair share of beauty marks. Still, many of them possess a frogginess in their gorgeous bug-eyed looks. I feel like I might know who Vanessa Williams is if they saying like froggy, bug-eyed. a trait strikingly evident in more eccentric faces of fishes such as Liza Minnelli, inherited from her Piscean father Vincente, Drew Barrymore, Holly Hunter, Anna Magnani, Joanne Woodward, Jean Harlow, Sandy Duncan, Glenn Close, Nina Simone, Irene Carr, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Sally Jesse Raphael, Rue McClanahan, and the ever enjoyable drama queen Tammy Faye Baker. Another giveaway is Pisces' tendency to speak out the side of her mouth, as if everything she says is a confidential aside, just as she figuratively speaks out of both of its sides. A nod to her opposite face and fish symbol, she is often guilty of playing all sides of an argument, feigning agreement with opposing factions among friends, family, or in professional experiences. She presents a puritanical, if not pedantic, image that one would scarcely suspect her of gossiping, of backbiting. That one would scarcely suspect the gossip. Nigga, 12th house is gossip and backbiting. 12th house is Achilles' heel. Or whatever that shit was is Perseus and another nigga. You feel me? It's like, you feel me? Right in my back, in my lower back. They got me. But truth be told, she's an infamous tattletale, just as she's the stealthiest of stoops. Pisces, I think 12 houses about spies too. You know what I'm saying? Pisces, typically straight-laced, blue-nosed appearance can be deceiving. She is, after all, one of the more sexually game girls in the zodiac. But that's not what people see first. She invariably represents a rather moral, virginal, if not downright uptight image. Her mouth pursed as it is into a tense pucker, her generally pale, thin skin drawn tight in her face and throat. I don't know how to, I'm probably like that. Giving her the stingy, sinewy look of a ballet dancer, whether or not she's ever stepped into a toe shoe in her life. She is fond of wavy hairstyles, regardless whether she wears her locks short or long. She will rarely leave the house without a hint of makeup. Being drawn to green, blue eyeshadows and pearlescent lip tones. Fairly hairless overall, Pisces often has a remarkable lack of eyelashes and eyebrows, necessitating the use of liner to frame what are often unusually colored peepers. Gold, bright green, cobalt blue. Indeed, only a Pisces like Elizabeth Taylor could be credited with mistakenly violet eyes. Of all the women in the zodiac, Pisces might be called the prettiest. That is, rather rarely a smoldering beauty, even when astonishingly gorgeous. What typically saves her boasting too perfect a doll face is a signature hook nose, albeit button size, a crooked beak one might bait to catch a fish. Befitting her character, Pisces is Pisces women and in a way K2 types too. Y'all real be having like button nose. I be like, you smell that shit? Now my nose big as shit and it work. But I be like, you smell that shit? They be like, nah, I don't smell none. What you smell? I be like, damn, your nose just cute as shit. It's just for show. Like, it's just for show. That motherfucker don't do shit. It do breathe for you. It breathe for you. But past that, nah. I don't even want to smell something if it stink. You right. You right. Okay. Pisces espouses a rather femme fashion aesthetic, drawn to muted colors, meshy or webby knits, no bad, and tapered princess cut silhouettes, no bad. Ain't no bad, nigga. She can be new age in style too, wearing crystals, beads, and talismans for jewelry. Man, no bad, nigga. You were talking about one that I met. I'm trying to think of others. She is generally understated in her appearance. Nah, no bad. I'm thinking about the other one too. Forever determined to look like a lady. However, she's loath to admit this to herself. The prim, indeed aristocratic persona that Pisces put forth is just a delicate veneer. It's just a delicate veneer. Begging to be shattered. Unclad, she is something special to behold. Her skin soft and dewy. Her figure curvaceous through compact. Even the most Rubenesque fish. And there are some famous modern burlesque queens who leap the mind. Both so integral a form that nothing extraneous will jiggle. What? Just such bitch that I meant to neatly bump and grind. Nah, no bap, nigga. What the fuck? They be shaped like hers, nigga. I be like, wow, okay. Feel me? We talking broadcasting and shit. There's rarely anything even slightly boyish in her physique, even when bone thin, and always she exhibits an economy in her form. My shit, look, probably do look crazy, but which prevents her from being overly bodacious in the bosom department. So it exhibits an economy. Are they saying economy because economy is going to be in the back of the plane and shit like that? That's what I'm saying. That book kind of be, I fuck with the language, man. Y'all nigga kind of got my neurons going crazy, my nigga, because I fucks with poetry. And I don't write poetry, but I like, you feel me? I write that joke. On some like ism. Oh my gosh, you kidding me, nigga? Like, oh, lend me your ear. So she exhibits economy in her form, which means she got butt, which prevents her from ever being overly bodacious in the bosom department. Okay. Even when in the rare occasion she is amply hipped, she will still glide as if on a cloud. That's no bullshit. They gonna drag their fucking feet, man. They gonna have like a pair or two or three or four some Crocs with the giblets and everything. Probably put jewels on their Crocs, right? Her private parts are as demure as her character. Her bush seemingly trimmed into a whisper, whilst she's typically never required a single waxing in her life. This next section, I think, is like the last one before it's done. Damn, it's pages on this joint, bro. I try, but I might do 20 minutes, yo. So, this is sex and sexuality. In the mythical character of Aphrodite, we see Pisces. Hey Alexa, turn the living room light pink. Alexa, turn the living room light pink, baby. Oh, I said pink, baby. My bad. Alexa, turn the living room light pink. Ah, yeah, that better. Thank you, baby. Like, so in the mythical, this section sexuality. In the mythical character Aphrodite, we see Pisces' complicated vision of sex. The great love goddess is wedded to the divine everyman Hephaestus, is ardently pursued by the brutally masculine Mars, but is most enamored of the delicate boy Adonis. Blanche Dubois' first love, too, is a rather fragile youth like Adonis. The tender fellow dies for the affection she heaps on him, and being rather stuck on these tender sorts, she is later run out of town for taking her teacher job too far with the juvenile male student body. Blanche's Mars equivalent is Stanley. In the play, she even suspects he is an Aries, the male personification of the Mars Aries archetype. I mean, yeah, for Pisces, like, I'm trying to think about the stars and shit, man. I don't know about Uttar Powder Paris. Uttar Powder is the How Yoni, it matches up with Uttara Falguni. And then for Ravati, it is Elephant Yoni, it matches up with Bharani and shit. And it's kind of true. So look. This is Mercury types though. This Mercury types. And I guess we can, maybe we could extend it to Pisces to a degree, maybe not, but I guess we saying Mercury types. It's like some of this be Uttara Bhadrapada, or some of it is Mercury types. Mercury types, in this instance, I guess Mercury types in Pisces pairs with middle with Aries. Middle with Aries is Bharani, and that's Venus. And it is the like kind of unrefined, or maybe I don't know, but it's like the first of Venus stars. So this is like not the birth of Venus, but it's like where Venus kind of just gets settled in terms of the energies and stuff like that. Feel me? Trying to think of the other ones. I do the elephant and the mouse pair well. The mouse is the one for Purva-Falguni. That might be it. It could possibly. I know Ganesha is an elephant. His mount is a mouse, my nigga. So, oh yeah, you dig what I'm saying? And all Venus types, we all got that kind of like, we are fierce stars. And so fierce Ugra stars carry with them violence and brutality. There's a fierceness to them. So it's like, oh, you get one of them that's want to fuck with you and shit like that. Like they on your ass kind of. Like not even on your ass. Like they feel me like, hey, I don't even know. The approach is so bold. The approach is bold as shit. Feel me? The approach is so fucking bold. Alright. So, and her face this, who she aims to marry is the safe Mitch like Mitch. Let's deconstruct. Most every Pisces woman will have a painful, if not tragic, memory of her first love for that sensitive boy. A bond that was never meant to be. Blanche's family home, the aptly named Belle Reve, symbolizes her beautiful dreams, including a Piscean delusional hope of love shared with a harmless, hormoneless boy. And the fanciful fish is forced to ditch her delusions when faced with a similarly harsh reality. The pretty boys she's attracted to in her youth are themselves often attracted to the macho men who make her bristle. Ew. Any lifelong lustful ambiguous jailbait notwithstanding, Pisces eventually realizes her own attraction to these sexy beasts. 2. Finding herself at delicious odds with the more blatantly red-blooded males of the world who give off a whiff of base animalism to her refined signature hook nose. They saying hook nose, I was talking about like white women or something like that. It was a lot of white women that they was talking about. So, but it's like, I'm trying to think of like all the like, I met a couple and shit. They both were from like African continent. They peoples was from African continents though, like from the continent they was from. And it's like real button ass nose, real cute ass noses and shit like that. And then the Pisces women that it's in America, like black women, they button nose too, you know what I'm saying? So she inherently feels that such overtly masculine types are nearly another species, altogether separate from herself. The mythical Venus and Mars are as much archetypal lovers as they are irreconcilable rivals. Love and war being at once the most extreme concepts, and yet all being fair in both, metaphorically relatable, and indeed combined into the love warrior character of Venus's son, Cupid. Again, we come up against a Pisces female paradox. She is equally attracted to and repulsed by the he-men of the world, enticed and intoxicated by their nature, and yet unable to reconcile such stereotypically male characters with her beautiful dream of life, which was never meant to include smelly sneakers or back hair. No woman finds affront to her delicate sensibilities faster than Pisces female. Whether her natural disposition or such airs as she puts on, the real and the fabricated being one and the same for the fish, Pisces comes across as the bluest of prudish princesses. Blueness is a synonym for purity, and supposedly Snow White Blanche, being costumed in Della Robbia blue, the color drawn from the gown of the Madonna, whose blue dress, fringed in white, is the ancient costume of Aphrodite Mari, representing the sea edged with foam. Okay. And then blue, I ain't got my cards, but blue might be the high priestess. She's robed in blue, my nigga. You dig what I'm saying? She hold the Torah, giving birth to the word. You know what I'm saying? Fuck niggas. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad, my nigga. Gotta be careful. I ain't careful what I think or how I say things, but I be trying to be careful so I don't be sorry. In fact, Pisces is so purposefully proper that this overriding trait comes to define man's attraction to the zodiac's eternal build, for better or for worse. First of all, this exaggerately comme il faut, that's French, comme il faut, if not holier than thou diva, continues to attract every worshipful homosexual male on the gaydar. And sometimes the attraction extends far beyond friendly. Huh? What the fuck? Many a Pisces woman won't have readily awakened from a liaison with one of her signature dream boys, having so many sensitive, decidedly female qualities in common with a man that it overrides any potential sexuality questions. What? What the fuck are they saying? Like Gemini woman, the fish might find herself in a series of marriage or serious relations. See, they got me with the French shit, and I ain't know what come in follow. Relationships a la Blanche or Side. So are they saying like boyish little boys, like are they saying that they niggas is gay, or are they saying that they just kind of like eunuchs, like just kind of dickless? He ain't got enough testosterone. She wouldn't be around guys that ain't got too much testosterone. It's like, alright, you cool, but like, I don't even know. Cause it's, what the fuck? Cause it's strange, cause you gonna have to put that little nigga, like, if you like doing that, I don't know what type of kink, what they saying Pisces women is getting into, but that man, you gonna have to like, is he a friend? So what, are you gonna fucking cross that line with a gay friend or something like that? What the fuck? So what, y'all go hang out? Let's go to a concert together. Y'all go hang out so you can watch another nigga. Y'all can watch another nigga and be turned on by some other guy and then be like, you wanna try it? Like, is that what you want? Like, chill. I don't really understand the language, and the way they word and stuff is so fanciful. But they what? So a serious relationship a la Blanche with Sally Bowles with closeted gay men. Okay, let me shut the fuck up, man. My nigga, I almost gave my name that shit, man. Let me shut the fuck up, though. So with closeted gay men, thinking nothing suspicious in their shared desire to regularly redecorate the soothing strains of Lisa with a Z. To be fair, Pisces might purposely have opted for such a bond wherein she and an equally persnickety male can live a sexless, sequestered life. She won't be put upon to put out. For, in a sense, Pisces woman can be somewhat sexless. That is, when she's not completely nymphomaniacal. The most striking paradox of this pretty fish. Nah, I would imagine, bro, like, it's fucking Venus and Pisces. Venus is potency. Like, motherfucker be talking about love, but man, love and lust is intrinsically linked. Like, you get one, it's not one without the other, dog. So where you get lust, it might be love, but lust requires action. We gotta get this done now. You dig what I'm saying? Whereas love requires patience. Like, you gotta stick around. Then you kind of got, you feel me? You gotta keep this shit going around. You dig what I'm saying? But lust, we gotta get this done now. Everybody got that. What is that? What was they saying? Well, nah. Somewhat sexless. That is when she's not completely nymphomaniacal. The most striking paradox of this pretty fish. Meanwhile, she has her fetishes, which typically includes those innocent young lads, but as she can't easily abide what she considers the sexual tyranny of heterosexual relationships, the daughter of Neptune is more about the special effects in life than she is any sort of solid plot. Just as eschews the more banal realities of her conditioning and puts on extravagant airs, so too does she not only have but heartily enjoys her own illusions about sex via which she seeks to escape the grimmer dynamics of it. In brass tacks, she's easily grossed out by the actual carnal function and machinations of sex. The sweating, the odors, the emitting of fluids, totally clash with her dreamy visions. As a nod to the 12th house's associations with inhibitions and isolation, she is the zodiac's very own untouchable. Some Pisces women are so vehemently squeamish about sex that when they become pregnant, friends, family who know them best are inclined to suspect some form of immaculate conception. Pisces female tends to associate sex, often inextricably linked to any appropriate sexual contact she may have suffered through in her youth, with feeling dirty. So associate sex with feeling dirty, often inextricably linked, right? We see this in the characterization of Blanche, who is forever taking her long fragrance baths. I was thinking about fragrances. Venus and Pisces is about fragrances. Like, potency is also about those things that like catch your attention. Like, nigga, it really gets you and shit. Venus had done what the fuck is the word? Shukra had done penance upside down inside the belly of Shiva. And he just inhaled smoke like he lived on smoke. Smoke is an incense, my nigga. Venus is all fragrances. Venus has the scent of jasmine, you feel me? And curly hair. White like jasmine, or the light is white like jasmine. And if you go look at Venus, whether it's evening star or morning star, it has a very bright, whitish, with like a, not a tinge of green, but it's kind of like it's like a sea foamy green, but it's really blue hue to it. The planet Venus. Salutations to Lord Shukra. Fragrance by absolution, if not utter dissolution. Alright, I'm gonna try to do like 10 minutes. Let me try to do like these 2 pages. I may not finish. I'll finish that on my own. You dig what I'm saying? But I appreciate you fucking with me if you watch this. You dig what I'm saying? We ain't worried about all them little like ideas and all that other stuff, man. I don't know what it's really propaganda. Lionsgate portal, they lying. Lying is gay. You feel me? It's like, and I ain't even saying gay like like what that gay shit. I was just saying gay like nah, nigga. Like no. Like nigga, stop. Lionsgate. They lying. It's not a lion gate because sun ain't in Leo, my nigga. They lying. They tricking you, man. Look. Alright. Like Aphrodite ritually renewing her virginity, a trick to which any card carrying Pisces would appreciate knowing the secret. But it's only half the story, for Aphrodite was the original nympho, who would have had cause to renew that virginity on a regular basis. And besides attracting every gay man within earshot of her siren's call, the enchanting, sanctimonious Pisces attracts that many straight men who view her as a top drawer lady, a class act, a princess worthy of the royal treatment. You know what I'm saying? The poor unsuspecting suckers, I would imagine, yeah, that's y'all like how it's gonna be and shit like that. Venus exalting Pisces, you just gonna be attractive as shit. I bear witness. I ain't gonna hold you. Those that I met with Moon and Rabadi, Sun and Rabadi. Oh yeah, you know, bitch. You really are gorgeous. You know. You really are. Venus is victory. Your vision of victory. You keep that shit up, man. Feel me? Oh, that's my spot, man, nigga. Yeah, so though poor unsuspecting suckers, they don't stand a chance. Thinking the fish lady a demure female character deserving all the finer things in life, a regular Joe might romantically approach Pisces from the perspective of her being too good for him, but by whom he will do right. Treating her like some insatiable muse, he may bankrupt his spirit if not his bankroll, which is crazy, my nigga. But it's not crazy because it's crazy because once I was like, man, what the fuck that bitch say? I was like, man, that music gotta get y'all fucked up. It was like something about some tricking, and I was like, what? Like my mind don't even. It ain't even a thing in my mind. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Wrote that shit off. I was like, that shit was kind of goofy, but is you trying to? You need help trying to find a trick though? You see what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. Is you trying to find one though? That's not my game. God is giving ism. It ain't what he gave me. But is you trying to find a trick? It was like, nah, I'm playing. I'm like, yeah, most really just be talking. You know what I'm saying? Most y'all just want to be girlfriends and boyfriends and shit. That's not the case. You feel me? So, but bitch, quit playing. You can just like have it your way in that instance. You can find a motherfucker that don't stand a chance from what they saying in this book. Her ran too good for him, but by whom he would do right. Treating her like some insatiable muse, he may bankrupt his spirit, if not his bankroll, trying to elicit a passionate response to his tributes. Is my fucking fan too loud, bro? It probably loud as hell, but I ain't even think about that till just now. And I'm gonna just let it ride. I ain't gonna hold you. Trying to elicit a passionate response to his tribute. What he typically gets in return is the luxury of calling her his own. A man who claims her is thus endowed with a status similar to one toting around some golden age startler. Such is the statement she makes by her very presence to any and all persons with whom she comes into contact. One way or another, she'll have you know she's special, and in scoring her as uncanny, many a man counts himself the beneficiary of some cosmic miracle. Wondering why she is so willing to give herself to a man she might even love is akin to pondering why it is the ancients wedded Aphrodite, the epitome of female beauty, to the only lame and ugly god, Hephaestus. The answer, he is safe, and so totally grateful to be linked with her that little demand will be placed on her. In most cases, Pisces negotiates herself into relationships that promise sanctuary, a kind of sponsorship by a mate who functions for the both, for them both, who functions for them both. The fish seeks to remain protected in a fishbowl of sorts, her partner sprinkling whatever she needs for sustenance while providing those attractive accoutrements, the house fine furnishings and holidays that keep the muse from becoming bored. Sally Bowles serves as this type of muse. Sometimes there's simply no pleasing her, as the Pisces positions for more and more comfort and stability as opposed to outright luxury, while lifting a nary a finger. And still, it is she who calls the shots. When and if, however, circumstances don't go exactly her way, Pisces is not one to abandon ship. Rather, she slips back into that martyr role she played so readily in her youth. Sighing her way through hard times, Pisces woman makes her partner feel that much more responsible for having disappointed her. Again, this buys her more personal freedom within the bond. At least her partner can do is lead a pull put upon Pisces in peace. The best that can happen for all concerned is the mouse of immense to act like a man and stand up to the Pisces. Invariably, the fish will find this macho display from a partner she happily written off as meat. Will find this macho display makes her surprisingly weak in the knees. Indeed, their relationship only survives in the wake of this man becoming less worshipful. By the same time, bro, that's fucking crazy, bro. Like, anytime I ever been around motherfucking Pisces, like the end of Pisces, sun, like no bullshit. Like in the past couple of years, my nigga, I real live feel them. Cause that's like all women do that shit. They be sending like, nigga, like, you feel me? It only lasts for about 48 hours because that's how ovulation works. But it be like motherfuckers send a signal and shit, cuz. And then I ain't gonna hold you, just shit, I got Venus and Pisces. Venus with K2 and Pisces and shit. So my nigga, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't get no enjoyment out of motherfuckers in my mind and shit like that and shit. I don't get no enjoyment. I be mad as a bitch for real. I be like, no. Gotta get you out of here. Feel me? Cause I'm a bold nigga, so I know like if I probably I probably was on hiatus in this most recently. But like at the start of certain shit, it was like, nah, if I say something, I'ma say something. I'm a bold nigga in both ways. It's like, I'm a bold nigga to tell you if I'm fucking with you, I'm bold nigga when I'm telling you like, hey look, I just need you to, I understand you might like me or you might be fucking with me. I need you to stop thinking about me because you make me nervous. You seem unsure for real. And Pisces be playing the fence. They be trying to play both sides, but it be like, that shit make me uncomfortable. Feel me? The first shit I was reading was Sun Tzu. You attack emptiness with fullness. I really supposed to come full throttle or some shit. But now I like I'm learning emptiness. I'm learning emptiness. You dig what I'm saying? Like let shit come to you. But what else, my nigga? Emptiness with emptiness don't get shit. Emptiness, fullness, emptiness. But you gotta be like water. I went somewhere else, my nigga. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna be more careful. So verbally, it makes her weak in the knee. Alright, by the same token, Pisces gradually allows herself to grasp the latent male animal lurking within this sort of mate as he progressively inserts himself by palatable degrees. Indeed, the whole of Pisces' metaphorical allergy to the he-man is based on either an inbred or conditioned fear of susceptibility to their power over her. Again, this is often the result of an unfortunate liaison in her youth. Sooner or later, however, every straight Pisces woman will, in one way or another be forced to face the natural attraction that she, as the zodiac's uber female, feels for those more overstated males of the species. Just as a gay man might find, God damn, bro, like now I'm just having images of Pisces women, like it's like whatever faculty that is sending, like, hey, look, here's another example. Here's another example. You want to see full moon in Virgo, which means sun in Pisces, moon in Virgo, like hostile or something like that. Like, oh, okay, that's what that look like. Whew, shit. Oh, wow. Yeah. Type of bitch that make motherfuckers just jealous. Like, you just be like, man, you don't even know what the fuck I deal with. You know what I deal with, nigga. Is she coming or going? And that's every moment. Oh, the moon job, like the moon is gonna go through some junk every 2.5 days, but every moment, I don't know, is she coming or she going? Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna just finish this page. I felt myself that other nigga because it's past 12, y'all. So that other part of me is just on that bullshit. I ain't gonna hold you. I understand. So just as a gay man might find Pisces the perfect icon, and the regular Joe will see her as a sort of step up, the self-possessed, ego-driven alpha male views Pisces as grade A pussy that needs to be taken down a peg. Why bitch gotta be taken down a peg? You know what's crazy? It's like that's probably the projection, the shadow projection, like, because it's like bitches she's surrounded herself with the little gay best friend guy, or like just some type of best friend. And then the other guys is kind of like just too regular and they don't really get it. And then Venus types, if you ask me, the Venus types and shit like that come into play. And it's like, oh my gosh, nigga, I kind of need you, but I'm used to motherfuckers kind of like, dude, whatever the fuck. See, this recording should be there be, because like if I wasn't and I was just reading this, you know, I'd say certain things like, oh yeah, I agree with that, but not like, man, I was like, man. And I know some motherfuckers that it's like you watch, that'd be the beauty when you get to observe what you watch. Okay, Pisces one, especially when I worked at the gym and shit like that, you can get birthdays and stuff like that, or they'll share the birthdays with you and stuff, and you'll learn it. And then you just start observing, because they might come and everybody got a routine, go to the gym. The gym really under Saturn, Mercury, Mars. You feel me? All three of them is related to the gym, but Saturn is governs strength. Saturn governs over strength. You know what I'm saying? So, you're going to see way more old people at the gym, for real. Longevity. So any Piscean partnership with a man less eminently masculine than she is feminine is bound to be precariously lopsided. Still, Jesus Christ, bro. Still, there is such a mental, indeed psychic gulf between her and a proverbial man's man that it is no easy task to fuse the two, except on the level of physical attraction. Part and parcel of Pisces' prim properness is her signature repression of sexual energy. Taken again, Blanche Du Bois, as an example, she is repulsed by Stanley's base behavior as she is betrayed by her innate attraction to him. Every Pisces female, no matter how No matter how many homo or henpecked husbands she hide behind, is fairly itching to play Lady Chatterley to some raw and hunky gamekeeper. In the case of the bath and booze happy Blanche, eventually raped by Stanley, she suffers a nervous breakdown so severe that it sends her at Play's End, bundled up in a Della Robbia blue, to the funny farm. Remember that profoundly Piscean rock bottom. And yet, according to Gore Vidal in his autobiographical palimpsest or something, Tennessee Williams claimed that Blanche experiences a full recovery and reclaims her diva status by opening New Orleans' premier dress shop. Stanley's right rogering shatters Blanche's illusions, allowing her to surface a real productive character. She, like all Pisces women, finds her true self-esteem, which have been repressed along with past pain and fear. Still, a good screw isn't the only key to Pisces females' well-being. The sexy mama aspect of herself doesn't miraculously replace the virginal Madonna or the psychic wise woman. These two of her three faces. How many more packages I got? I'm not reading that many. I'm not gonna hold you. Keep her more latent libidinous tendencies in check, even when they surface with a startling vengeance. The message isn't that the Piscean Blanche truly needs a beastly Stanley in order to find happiness. Au contraire, despite the perks of being poked by a straightforward male sexual figure, such a rough and ready guy is, ironically, not nearly man enough for her. A relationship with so singularly macho a character tends to be an explosive match, wherein the love bond does remarkably take on the dynamics of war. Nope, the Zodiac's triple goddess incarnate needs a far more well-rounded mate than that. God damn it, I'm gonna finish up to that one. Though the trident is a symbol of the triple goddess, it is clearly a phallic one, wielded by male gods, the Hindu Shiva. I ain't gonna hold you. And we talking about, I gotta remember the purpose of this is to understand the broadcast, even though I'm kind of like recording that shit. In my own instance, like my star, I'm a Venus star, I ain't gonna hold you. Venus stars, a lot of us is kind of bold, is like way, very, very bold when it comes to our attraction and how we pursue the opposite sex, especially something like that. You dig what I'm saying? Venus, the planet, just in its nature, Venus reflects 70% of the light that it was. I mean, out of all the light that Venus receives, it's gonna reflect 70% of it out. So it's like, nah, I'm cool like a motherfucker. But then it's kind of like it keep 30% of it. You know what I'm saying? And that 30% that it keep is like make it smothered and make it smoky. So they not only is they charming. So when you see Venus, because all the light that it's reflecting, it's like, oh wow, that's a nice sight to see. Oh wow, this brings fertility and comforts and, you know, in a way happiness and stuff like that, right? Love. On the inside, it's kind of corrosive. It could be seen as being a bit toxic, but Venus is upside down. So it's actually like you kind of, once you in the smoke, once you in the surface, you be like, whoa, this motherfucker kind of, you know, there's some uniqueness and it's very creative. Those are three different very creative stars: Barani, Purva Falguni, and Purva Shada. So now another secret, I wouldn't call it a secret, but another observation, the planet Venus casts strongest aspect cast is the 7th from itself. So when we look at actual Venus, the planet Venus does not cast any light to any other planets or any other place. Venus casts aspect of Earth. We see Venus because Venus is looking like it's casting the aspect. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. And then some, like, man, it's 2 hours in, so it's like I don't even know who gonna be able to even get this game. Like, if a person even sit that long to go through this, but like, because of electromagnetism, we're going back to the broadcast. The planet Venus' strongest aspect is the seventh. All planets cast the seventh aspect, but Venus is kind of special. Because the actual planet Venus, when you observe it, it casts a light, like it's shining a specific light towards Earth specifically. So we're talking about Venus and Pisces, but just the broadcast. So if Venus casts seventh aspect, oftentimes, like, you might, in my case, I got Venus in the seventh house, right? Venus in the seventh house of Pisces, and if it's cast an aspect, that means, based upon electromagnetism, when I feel things like lust, horny, or like attraction, or if I'm feeling kind of sexual, sensual, or desirous and stuff like that, I'd be like, okay, this is actually somebody else, and I'm like casting that to me. And because it's seventh house, because it's in my seventh house, in a way, yes, it's like I can see the example. Like, I went out, and you just, how you feel somebody looking at you or checking you out, and then you might just look around and then, oh, hey, what's up? What's your name? Or something like that, and it'd be like, all right, that's electromagnetism, and it was easy if it's in seventh house, but that's something everybody get. You recognize that. So sometimes if you thinking about somebody, you got romantic or lustful or, lovely feelings about them and shit like that, yeah, they got that, they sending that, they sending that real out, like, they sending their line out. And then Venus being the planet that just represents women along with the moon. They both water planets. Water is receptive. The water, you can see yourself in water. Water also is bonding and cohesive. So it's kind of going to reach out. If you put a little tissue in water, the water just get that part of the tissue wet, but then it slowly will climb up that zone if it could. So it's always reaching towards, in a way, and pressed upon. So sometimes just be like, hey, she trying to leave an impression, and then she gonna post something. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, it'd be so fucking tired. It's like, why you wanna play with my mind though? Why, bitch? See, I ain't wanna say bitch, but it was just, why you wanna play with my mind? Why are you doing all these games? Because like I said, it's like lust and love, they are a pair. They rarely sing without each other. It's cool. I know motherfucker be scared of somebody, but that's what this John was saying about some motherfucker just wanna fuck. And I guess it's one dimensional though. Motherfucker gotta be able to elevate some shit. I ain't gonna hold you. You gotta be able to elevate it, and you can trick it off, but nigga like me come in, bro, like I'm hoping and encouraging her to seek out niggas like you. You won't be able to get that done. You can deliver. No bullshit. On that instance, like I think all y'all need tricks. No bullshit. Like, why you ain't got, like, this might be having a roster or something, but why you ain't got some tricks, man? Like, for real. It's not. It's really too much for any person to be the only person. It's too much. That ain't even how God did this, man. God told some people where, like, man, you could throw stones over your shoulder, I can raise people up like that. People, stones, plural. Like, he ain't want you to do that joint alone, baby. Go get you a trick, man. God. You feel me? I mean, you can still kick it. That's how like how friendships go. But I just that girlfriend, boyfriend stuff. Like that nigga was not lying, bro. He gave some really good game on that, bro. But that boyfriend girlfriend spirit is just it's so strange. It be like it kind of led towards hiding some shit. Like they always hide some shit. The motives don't sound right. And I get it because what is worse, some of that shit really is based upon insecurities and stuff. I ain't gonna hold you. It's about the attachment. It's not love, it's an attachment. It's no, we still in the phase of new moon and installation, going towards like full moon and Denister, but nigga, that shit, like, it's not love, it's attachment. Y'all just clinging to something. And y'all might just be insecure about something. It might be a clout thing. You might just want, show them up. You probably took that from somebody else. You took them from someone else or some shit like that. Or you wanted to feel whatever the fuck. It's just like, y'all got chilled that. Oh gosh, I got chilled up, man. So that's how I ain't finished that jump. I'm gonna read it on my own. The rest of it, I'll probably just read it on my own. I read too slow. I ain't, I went to public school, my nigga. So feel me? I'm gonna get distracted, but